Welcome, language enthusiasts, to an exciting adventure into the world of three essential verbs: be, have, and do. These powerful words are the backbone of the English language, and mastering their various forms and functions will elevate your communication skills to new heights. Imagine you're at a lively party, engaging in conversation with new friends. Someone asks, "What do you do for a living?" With a smile, you reply, "I am a teacher," using the verb be to express your profession. Later, you mention, "I have a new car," using have to discuss your possessions. And when sharing your daily routines, you say, "I do yoga every morning," employing the verb do. These three verbs are the unsung heroes of our daily interactions, and by the end of this lesson, you'll have a deeper understanding of their power and versatility. So let's dive in and explore the fascinating world of be, have, and do. Section 1. Be, as an auxiliary verb, the helping hand. First, let's explore how be serves as a trusty sidekick, acting as an auxiliary verb. In this role, be lends a helping hand to form continuous tenses and the passive voice, ensuring that our sentences flow smoothly and accurately. In the sentence, "The cake was baked by my grandmother," was, another form of be, joins forces with the past participle baked to form the passive voice, shifting the focus to the recipient of the action. But be is no ordinary verb. It's an irregular one with different forms for the present tense, am, is, are, and the past tense, was, were. It's like a chameleon, adapting to its surroundings to ensure our sentences are always grammatically correct. Section 2. Be, as a main verb, the versatile storyteller. Now, let's turn our attention to be, as a main verb, a role in which it truly shines. When be takes center stage, it becomes a versatile storyteller, expressing existence, providing information, and conveying physical or mental states. In the sentence, "The book is on the shelf," be serves as a linguistic GPS, pinpointing the location of the book. It's like a spotlight, illuminating the existence of an object in a specific place. When we say, "Mary is a doctor," be steps into the role of an information provider, sharing essential details about Mary's profession. It's a concise way to convey key facts about a person or thing. And in the statement, "I am happy," be becomes an emotional messenger, expressing a mental state or condition. It's a powerful tool for conveying our innermost feelings and experiences. In these examples, be stands tall as the main verb, not requiring any assistance from other verbs to communicate its message effectively. Section 3. The there. Construction be, as an existence announcer. Be also plays a crucial role in the there construction, a unique sentence structure used to announce the existence or occurrence of something. In this context, there masquerades as the subject, but the real star of the show is the noun that follows the verb. Consider the sentence, "There is a cat in the garden." Here, the singular noun, cat, follows the singular verb, is, like a well-choreographed dance. However, in the sentence, "There are 3 apples on the table," the plural noun apples takes the lead, paired with the plural verb are. It's a reminder that when the noun following be is plural, the verb must also embrace its plural form. The there construction is a handy tool for introducing new information or drawing attention to the existence of something, with be acting as the faithful announcer. Section 4. Have, as an auxiliary verb, the perfect tense partner. Just like be, have has a dual role in the English language. When it steps into the spotlight as an auxiliary verb, have becomes the perfect partner for creating perfect tenses, which express actions that have been or will be completed at a specific point in time. In the sentence, I have finished my homework. Have, in its present tense form, joins hands with the past participle, finished, to create the present perfect tense. It's like a linguistic time machine, signifying an action that was completed in the recent past. Similarly, in the sentence, she had left before I arrived, had, the past tense form of have, teams up with the past participle, left, to form the past perfect tense. This dynamic duo highlights an action that was completed before another event in the past. But have is no ordinary verb. It's an irregular one, with unique forms for the present tense, have, the third person singular present, has, and the past and past participle, had. It's like a shapeshifter, adapting to different situations to ensure our sentences are always grammatically sound. Section 5. Have as a main verb, the multifaceted communicator. When have takes on the role of a main verb, it becomes a multifaceted communicator, expressing possession, relationships, illnesses, and a variety of actions. It's like a linguistic Swiss Army knife, ready to tackle any situation. In the sentence, I have a new computer, have proudly announces the possession of an object, like a digital companion ready to assist you. When we say they have a strong friendship, have becomes a relationship guru, highlighting the special bond between people. And in the statement, he has a cold, have turns into a health reporter, informing us about a person's illness or physical condition. But have doesn't stop there. It also has a knack for describing actions. When you say, let's have dinner at 7 p.m., have becomes a culinary coordinator, planning a delicious meal. If you mention, I'm having a shower, have transforms into a self-care advocate, encouraging a refreshing break. And when you announce they are having a party next weekend, have takes on the role of a social event planner, organizing a fun-filled gathering. When expressing possession, have has a secret identity. It can be conjugated using the auxiliary verb do or by using the contracted form. For example, do you have a pen? Or I've got a pen. It's like a linguistic shapeshifter, adapting to different regional preferences, with the have got form being more common in British English. Section 6. Common expressions with have. The idiomatic innovator. Have is not only a versatile verb, but also a key player in numerous common expressions. These idiomatic phrases add color and personality to our language, making our communication more natural and engaging. When you say, have a nice day, you're not just bidding someone farewell. You're a linguistic well-wisher, sending positive vibes their way. The expression, let's have a look, transforms you into a curious investigator, ready to examine something with a keen eye. When you exclaim, I'm having a great time, have becomes a joy amplifier, expressing your delight in an experience. And if you mention, he had a hard time understanding the instructions, have turns into an empathy generator, acknowledging someone's struggle with a task. By incorporating these expressions into your linguistic repertoire, you'll add depth and authenticity to your English, making you sound like a native speaker with a flair for idiomatic innovation. Section 7. Do, the negative and question constructor. Now, let's shine the spotlight on do and its role as an auxiliary verb. In this capacity, do becomes a linguistic architect, constructing negative sentences and questions in the simple present and simple past tenses. When building a negative sentence in the simple present tense, do teams up with not to form a powerful duo. For example, I don't like spinach. It's like a taste preference announcer, making our dislikes known to the world. In the simple past tense, did takes the stage, partnering with not to create a negative statement. She did not, didn't attend the meeting, becomes a notification of absence, informing others of a missed event. But do and did aren't just negativity specialists. They're also question crafters. By placing them at the beginning of a sentence, followed by the subject and the base form of the main verb, we can create questions that seek information or confirmation. Do you speak French? Becomes a linguistic inquirer in the simple present tense, while did they finish the project on time? Transforms into a deadline detective in the simple past tense. And when we want to add extra emphasis to an affirmative statement, do steps in as a linguistic highlighter. I do want to go to the party becomes a declaration of strong desire or agreement, making our intentions crystal clear. Section 8. Do as a main verb, the action achiever. When do takes center stage as a main verb, it becomes an action achiever, representing the performance of tasks, the completion of activities, and the management of situations. It's like a linguistic catalyst, propelling us forward in our daily lives. If someone asks, "What are you doing?" they're not just curious about your current state. They're inquiring about the action you're actively engaged in, like a present moment investigator. In the sentence, "I have a lot of homework to do transforms into a task tackler, representing the completion of assignments and responsibilities. And when someone asks, "How are you doing?" they're not just checking in on your physical presence. They're a well-being warrior, concerned about your overall state and how you're managing life's challenges. As a main verb, do can be conjugated using the auxiliary verb do for negatives and questions. What does he do for a living? Becomes a career query, seeking information about someone's profession. She doesn't do her chores turns into a task neglector, highlighting a lack of participation in household responsibilities. Section 9. Special uses of be, have, and do. The linguistic acrobats. Be, have, and do are not just ordinary verbs. They're linguistic acrobats, capable of performing impressive feats in short answers, question tags, and emphatic statements. These special uses add depth and nuance to our conversations, making our communication more efficient and expressive. In short answers, these verbs become concise communicators, allowing us to respond to questions without repeating the entire query. If someone asks, "Are you happy?" you can simply say, "Yes, I am," or "No, I'm not," letting be do the heavy lifting. Similarly, for "Have they finished?" a brief "Yes, they have," or "No, they haven't" suffices, thanks to the power of have. And when asked, "Did she win?" a concise "Yes, she did," or "No, she didn't" gets the point across, with do taking the lead. In question tags, be, have, and do transform into confirmation seekers, ensuring that our statements align with the listener's understanding. "You are a student, aren't you?" becomes an educational status checker, while "He has a dog, doesn't he?" turns into a pet ownership verifier. And "They went to the party, didn't they?" morphs into a social event attendee confirmer. But these verbs don't stop there. They're also emphatic enhancers, adding intensity and conviction to our statements. "I do love chocolate" becomes a declaration of sweet adoration, while "She does work hard" transforms into a diligence proclaimer. These emphatic uses allow us to express our feelings and beliefs with unwavering certainty. Section 10. Practice and review. Mastering the essentials. To truly master the intricacies of be, have, and do, it's crucial to practice using them in a variety of contexts and forms. Embrace the opportunity to create your own sentences, experimenting with these verbs as main verbs, auxiliaries, and in their various tenses. Challenge yourself to form negatives, questions, short answers, and question tags, honing your skills with each attempt. As you go about your daily life, Pay close attention to how native speakers employ these verbs in conversations, movies, books, and other media. Listen for the nuances in their usage and make a mental note of any new or interesting applications. Then, incorporate these observations into your own speaking and writing, allowing the authentic usage to guide your language development. Remember, mastering be, have, and do is an ongoing process, and mistakes are a natural part of the learning journey. Embrace the occasional slip-up as an opportunity for growth and self-reflection. Each error is a stepping stone towards greater understanding and proficiency. So, dive in, experiment, and let your creativity flow. The more you engage with these essential verbs, the more comfortable and confident you'll become in your English communication. Section 11. Be in conditional sentences. The hypothetical helper. Be is not just a master of the present and past. It's also a key player in the realm of conditional sentences, where it helps us express hypothetical situations and imaginary scenarios. In these sentences, be often takes on the subjunctive mood, a special form that conveys wishes, possibilities, and alternate realities. Consider the sentence, "If I were rich, I would travel the world." Here, work steps into the subjunctive spotlight, painting a picture of an imaginary situation. It's like a linguistic dreamer, allowing us to explore the possibilities of a different life. Similarly, in the sentence, "If he were here, he would know what to do," the subjunctive were becomes a hypothetical hero, imagining a scenario where a person's presence could make a difference. In modern English, the subjunctive form were sometimes takes a back seat to was in informal speech. You might hear someone say, "If I was rich, I would travel the world." But in formal writing and speech, it's best to let were shine in all its subjunctive glory, regardless of the subject. By mastering the use of be in conditional sentences, you'll unlock a world of hypothetical possibilities and imaginative expressions, adding depth and creativity to your English communication. Section 12. Have in idiomatic expressions. The figurative friend. Have is not just a verb, it's a figurative friend, partnering with other words to create idiomatic expressions that add color and personality to our language. These expressions often convey meanings that go beyond the literal interpretation of the individual words, making our communication more vibrant and engaging. When you say, "Let's have a ball," you're not just suggesting a game of catch. You're a fun-loving enthusiast, proposing a lively and enjoyable time. The expression, "I have a bone to pick with you," transforms you into a grievance guardian, indicating that you have an issue or complaint to discuss with someone. If you mention, "She has a green thumb," you're not just describing someone's unusual finger color. You're a horticultural herald, praising a person's exceptional skill in gardening. And when you say, "They had a field day with the news," you're not just talking about a picnic in a meadow. You're a media maven, commenting on how people enthusiastically discussed or criticized a particular piece of information. Section 13. Do in phrasal verbs. The meaning multiplier. Do is not just a lone verb, it's a team player, combining with prepositions and adverbs to form phrasal verbs that multiply the meanings of our words. These verb partnerships create new and unique expressions, expanding our vocabulary and allowing us to communicate with greater specificity. When you say, "I need to do away with this old furniture," do teams up with away with to become a clutter conqueror, expressing the need to discard or get rid of something. The phrasal verb do up transforms do into a style savant, indicating the act of styling or arranging something. "She always does up her hair in a bun" becomes a fashion statement, describing a person's preferred hairstyle. In the sentence, "Let's do over the living room this weekend," do partners with over to become a renovation revolutionary, suggesting the idea of redecorating or renovating a space. And when you say, they did without new clothes to save money, do joins forces with without to become a frugal friend, expressing the act of managing or coping in the absence of something. While phrasal verbs can be challenging, as their meanings often differ from the literal interpretations of the individual words, they add richness and variety to our language. By practicing their use in context and observing how native speakers employ them, you'll expand your linguistic horizons and communicate with greater fluency. Learning to use be, have, and do effectively is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong journey of discovery and growth. As you continue to explore the intricacies of these essential verbs, there will always be new opportunities to refine your understanding and application. To make the most of this ongoing learning process, keep these tips in mind. 1. Pay attention to how native speakers use these verbs in various contexts and strive to emulate their natural usage. 2. Practice incorporating be, have, and do into your own speaking and writing, embracing the occasional mistake as a chance to learn and improve. 3. Keep a notebook or digital list of new idiomatic expressions, phrasal verbs, and other advanced uses of these verbs that you encounter, creating a personalized resource for future reference. 4. Engage with the English-speaking community through language exchange apps, online forums, or in-person conversations, seeking feedback and support from others on your language learning journey. Remember, every step you take in mastering these essential verbs brings you closer to your goal of expressing yourself fluently and confidently in English. Embrace the challenges, celebrate your progress, and never stop exploring the fascinating world of language.
Embark on this journey, verbs to see. Be, have, do, so essential to be. In our speech they play their part. Master them, let's make a start. Be, have, do, so versatile. In our language they compile. Communicate with strength and grace. These verbs we now embrace. Be as an auxiliary, helping hand. In continuous tense it takes a stand. She is studying flow so well. Be as a main verb, it does excel. They have to so versatile. In our language they compile. Communicate with strength and grace. These verbs we now embrace. Yeah, Their construction be in line, announces existence every time. Have is an auxiliary, perfect tense. Have before makes perfect sense. Have is a main verb, possession shows. I have